just going to say like your
Okay, Dave.
Hi, I'm David Sable, and I'm one of the programmers here at Samaritan's Purse.
I'm Rebecca Glazer, and I'm Assistant Director IS.
Hi, Bill Howard, SharePoint Developer.
Okay. So keep it like this, the same, you know. Okay. Okay. What if you lived your life waking up every morning not knowing where your next meal or your next cup of water was coming from? What if you woke up and you did not have but one pair of clothes to live in every day? As a Christian, we are to heed God's command that we are to love our neighbor and we are to help the poor, the hungry, and the thirsty. Let's look at and see what God says about feeding the hungry in Luke 3:11. Jesus said in Luke 3:11, he has 2 tunics, let him give to him who has none. And he who has food, let him do likewise. According to the 2013 World Hunger and Poverty Facts and Statistics, 1 in 8 individuals suffer from chronic malnourishment. Children are the most individuals who go hungry in the world today, according to worldhunger.org. God stated in Romans 12:20, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. We, as Christians, should provide meals and should provide clothing and water to individuals who otherwise would not have that every day. We can help feed the hungry, but how can we, as Christians, help those who are poor and may not have the resources available to live a decent life, without robbing people of their dignity and will to survive? Proverbs 19:17 states, whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed. God commands that we help those in need and the poor. However, how do we help the poor without them losing their dignity and without them constantly expecting to give, for Christians to give to them without them sustaining themselves? Well, as a software analyst here at Samaritan's Purse, I hear about people every day in the world that is hungry and who needs food, but we want to give them their dignity. And what we can do is we can give farm animals, we can give crops, the resources that they can grow their own food, and that they can generate cash from the resources that they get from these farm animals and these crops. One way to help the poor is to provide the tools that they need to garden and also sustain their farm animals. In 1 Timothy 6:18, Paul wrote, they are to do good, to be rich in good works, to be generous and ready to share. How, as Christians, are we to do this as God commanded us? Well, regardless of our station in life, whether rich or poor, we should be willing to share what we have with whoever our neighbor is. Leviticus 19:18 states, but you should love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. Regardless of who our neighbor is, we as Christians are commanded by God to help the poor and the needy. As the church, we should be more active in helping those in our communities and in our neighborhoods. We could find out what the individuals need, and we could provide that need. God values human life. He commanded in His Word that we help those who are in need. Christians should do a better job of helping those outside the church and those in the neighborhood. I challenge young people and adults today and all Christians to be willing and ready to go outside their church to help those who are in need. God values our love for others, and we should follow God's example as stated in His Word. Imagine not having a bed to sleep in or food in the refrigerator on a daily basis as we do. What if you didn't know where your next meal would be coming from? Are you willing to accept the challenge to help the needy?